Jimmy K here, Metal Voice. Look at this. The Metal Voice shirts are now on sale. Just go to the video description to find out on how you can purchase one. Metal! Welcome to the Metal Voice. Today on the show, special guest, the one and only Mr. Ross, the boss. What is going on, my friend?
Hey, Jimmy. Thanks for having me here today. I'm good. I'm really good.
Good. So much exciting news from the Ross the Boss camp. First of all, you guys are going to be playing at Bloodstock with KK, the one and only KK Downing from, I guess, Judas Priest, right? You got a new album.
That's right.
New album's kind of in the works, I would assume. And there's a tour coming in January in North America. And then you're going to be playing all of Hail to England. So that's kind of like I want to talk about today. All of that.
Well, plus we're going to New Zealand and Australia in November.
Holy mackerel! Yes, that's amazing.
Yes, sir.
That's
yes,
amazing.
Sir. Plus we have a couple of more Euro dates at the end of October, and we're going to leave for Australia from Europe. So.
And that's in November.
And we were
right?
just in Germany last week. So we played Bang Your Head Festival and had one of probably the best set we ever played there. So. Everything is, I can't complain. Everything is really, really good. There's a lot of work to be done, but that hard work is not something that we look away from.
Yes.
And we're enjoying it. The songwriting process is great. And what can I say?
All right. The biggest news of all, okay, and this is performing on August 11th at Bloodstock with the one and only KK Downing, who hasn't performed live since 2009. I don't know if I'm
10
correct.
years.
It's 10 years. 10 years.
Yeah.
A decade.
I can't believe it. I don't know. I don't get it. You see, I've yet to meet him, but I've met him, when RTB band played with Judas Priest a couple of times, like in 2010 and 2011. I met him. But I didn't. I'm not meeting him like I'm meeting him now.
You're jamming with him. You're not even meeting him. You're jamming with him.
Yeah. No, I've been talking to him. I mean, I haven't picked his brains yet about a few things, but I'm sure I'll get to it because we're from the same era, actually.
Yeah. So how did this all come about? I mean, whose idea was it? How did it all come together?
Well, we have a friend of the band, Steve Goldby, who writes this Metal Talk thing.
Yeah.
You might have seen it.
Oh, I know Steve Goldby. I know him.
Yeah, he's a really great guy. He inducted me into the Hall of Heavy Metal History at Wacken. Yeah. And he's a great guy. He's really a believer, a true man, true metalhead, true rockhead. And he goes, I go, Steve, you want to help me at Bloodstock? And he goes, sure, right? Sure, that's where I live. I go, okay, in the Midlands. I go, sure. And so let me get, and he starts going, let me get some press. Let me organize some stuff. Let me call Judith Fisher from AFM, and the brain starts working. And all of a sudden, I think all of a sudden, then for some reason he mentions KK Downing is my friend. Yep. Oh, by the way, KK is my friend. Really? Okay. What's he doing? And it just got to like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
We're playing, coming to hang out with us and, get him out of his house or something. And I think that's how it started. And then the next thing we know, we're talking about, why don't you ask KK if he wants to come play with us a few songs? And then he goes, that's a fucking brilliant idea. Let's do it. I mean, it was actually, both talking about it. Mm-hmm. And next thing I know, Steve starts working on KK because he calls him all the time. He talks to him all the time. And then it's like, Russ, he's really interested. He said he checked you out. He said he checked your band out. He says, you guys are great. He goes, he checked Ross the Boss out. He says, Ross the Boss is not an asshole. And he said, and when I talked to him, I checked you out. You're not an asshole. No one has a bad word to say about you.
It's true.
In the industry. And unlike a couple of friends I have. And then after the Hellfest thing happened, the Hellfest shitstorm.
The Manowar hell shit. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. And then after that happened, it just everything clicked into overdrive. And he goes, you got to play now. You got to put some good vibes into the world. And I go, that's what I do every day in my life, my brother. I'm a lover, man. And he's laughing. He goes, yeah, okay. And then KK is like, I'm there, bro. I'm there. Let's do it. Because he obviously was listening to the albums. He listened to the band. And he goes, listen, we're all there for you, buddy. You know, we love you. We're honored you're going to play with us. You know, we were truthful, and we're very excited, and we're gonna, you know, I think it's just going to be fucking a great event. I mean, it's the first time. I mean, it wouldn't be like if he had played all this time like the Iron Maiden guys and you know, the ex Iron Maiden guys, and it's no big deal for that, you know, because they've been out there for pounding it forever. But this is the first time he's played. Now, I don't know anything about the what happened with him in the band. It's none of my business. I told the guy, listen, it's none of my fucking business what happened between you and your band. Just like it's none of your business what happened with me and Joey. So it's sad that shit happens like that, especially when things are so good. And it's, you know, I don't want to know about it. And you know, to the Judas Priest camp, I love you. I love all your members. I love each and every one of you. I love Richie. I love Andy. I love, you know, Scott. I mean, all those guys, Rob, and I mean, I love the band. I love their music. I don't know anything about what went down between KK and the band, and I hope one day it could be solved. As a matter of fact, it's my ulterior motive to bring KK out and get him playing again, maybe back in Judas Priest where he belongs. But you know. That's, you know, on and on. All that being said, we're just looking forward that he wants to play with us.
Have you decided how many songs?
Well, we don't have a ton of time. I mean, we got like an hour plus, and Bloodstock has been very nice. Vicky Hungerford has been wonderful to us, and we'll you know, listen, we don't want to like just
3, 4,
you know, huh?
3, 4 songs?
That's what it'll be. Yeah, 3, 4 songs. And, you know, we don't want to, like, just like a bomb the I mean, we just want KK to come out and get a feel and see the love that people have for him and, you know, let him hear it, you know, let him get the fucking, you know, the cheers and everything. He deserves it. He's a father of heavy metal. And, you know, that's what we wanted. That's all I want, you know. Have fun, have a great day, you know, then have some beers afterwards and say goodbye. I mean, and if anything happens after that, who knows? You know, people go, well, why don't you do a tour? Why don't you come here? Why don't you come there? I go, guys, please.
Step one. You know, step one. I think I was one of those people.
Come to Oklahoma, Ross. Come to Texas. Come to all right. Okay, great. Come to Japan. I said, listen, guys, one show. Let us do the one show, and let us see how it goes. Let's see how KK is. You know, I know he's a bit nervous, but that's to be expected. You know, and we're gonna do everything for him, make him feel as comfortable as possible, and let him play his guitar. Let him do what he does, and. You know, I'm sure everyone's going, well, you should have played this, and you should have played that, and you guys should have played longer, and you should have been this, and you should, you know, shut up, please. Just let us do our thing, and take it for what it is. It's a great event, the heavy metal, and on and on. So that.
I mean, like you just mentioned before, I mean, at the end of the day, you hope that this gives him the motivation or the sort of the media or the press to sort of motivate everyone to get him back into Judas Priest, right? What everybody wants at the end of the day. I think that's what everybody wants.
Yeah. Now that Glenn is not there,
exactly.
I mean, I just wish that. I think that KK belongs now. If they could mend the fences, you know. I mean, listen, guys, we're not spring chickens, okay? Life is too short at this point, and I think that before someone goes or something tragic happens, I would love to see KK back in Judas Priest. And I'd love the apologies. I'd love the hug. I mean, I don't, you know, whatever happened between the manager or Glenn, or I don't know. It's none of my business. I would love to put some good vibes out there to him, and so maybe there would be a chance that something could happen, and I think the fans would love it, because I know Andy Sneap's a producer. I think Richie Faulkner and KK would be devastated.
To me, I never understood Andy Sneap being there. I mean, I love the guy. I love the way he does production. He's a great guitar player.
So let him play. Let him play. I mean, I don't know if he wants to play. Maybe I don't know what he wants to. Listen, here's another thing. I don't know anything.
Well, neither do I.
It's none of my business. It's none of my business.
Well, I've talked to KK. I've interviewed KK, and at the end of the day,
Right.
it's just he felt like he had to leave because he just didn't feel comfortable anymore. I mean, that's the vibe I got from him. I mean, I interviewed him for like an hour.
Right.
But again, it's not our business. Our business is as fans, is we want him back in the band. That's all we care about, really.
Right. As fans.
As fans, we're
As
fans.
people that are looking from the outside. Like people from that. It's like the people that are looking from the outside in.
Exactly.
What can I say? Just like people that are looking at Manowar with me. I mean, I just
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They must ask you every day, are you going back to Manowar? Are you going back? They must ask.
Yeah,
I get it all the time.
It's hundreds of people. It's hundreds of people all the time, nonstop. Please go, guys. It's not my. I'm not in the control. It's not in my control. Those things. I can only control the things that I can control, which is my band, my music, my performances. My attitude to the fans, to the public. That's all I can control.
Ross, are you open to playing any? If KK goes, I want to play one Judas Priest song. Are you open to do that at Bloodstock?
What do you mean?
If KK says, "Can we play one Judas Priest song?" When you guys are playing together, are you open to that?
We're going to play more than one.
Oh, Is it going to be Ross the Boss songs or Judas Priest songs? That's my
Ross
question.
the Boss, then Judas Priest.
So you're going to play Judas Priest tunes. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's very cool. Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Said 3 or 4.
That's what we're talking
today. 3 or 4. Of course. He's not going to, listen. So when we get into the rehearsal room, we're going to work it out. But KK's going to play some of his stuff. Of course.
Okay. All right. Very, very cool. I know Mark Lopes is more than capable.
I'm not going to tell you the set, but
I'm thinking Free Will Burning. What do you think?
Keep thinking. It's going to be good. I'm telling you, all their songs are fantastic. All their songs. They're big ones. All their songs are immortal. You can't leave. I mean, you can't name one and not name another. They're wonderful.
All right. We'll make a list. After the show, we'll make a list. I'll send them to you. You could talk to KK about it, negotiate. All good. All right. Rehearsals. When does that start? It must start soon, right? You guys have to rehearse.
Well, if it's the 11th, we're going to fly in, I think, 2 days earlier and rehearse with him for 2 days.
Makes sense.
And then hit it,
Are you talking to him on the phone?
We're all excited. I talked to him on the phone. Yes, right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I talked to Mr. Ken. He's not KK to me. He's Ken.
He's Kenny. Yeah. He's a good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I know you touched upon this before. Okay, Hellfest. I don't want to get into the whole Manowar Hellfest. Hello, it must be going stage thing. But has it benefited you, like them not playing Hellfest? Has it benefited you, like people calling you up? You should do the gig instead of them. I mean, has it really helped Ross the Boss Band?
Well, I mean, I wish it never had happened because there were so many people that were hurt by this. So many good true metal fans from all over the world came around to see them and were ripped. It was horrible. And I don't take joy in that. If that's the way that I have to get known to gain publicity, then I don't want anything from it. That's not the way I want to rise in the metal community. We're rising because we're great and because our music is very good. And but their troubles are not are not Ross the Boss's benefit. People like, look at you. You don't cancel. I don't cancel shows. I've never canceled a show. But that's what that whole thing. I mean, I just was like, it was hard to take. It was hard to look at. It was hard to see that happen.
Look,
Especially he went there. I mean, because he was there a year before, saying how he's going to destroy the place, and then he's there. They're there, and they didn't play, which I don't understand. But that's not my business.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for the fans. I'm sorry for the fans that got hurt. I really am.
Yeah, I agree. To me, this is not your statement. This is my statement. I find it very unprofessional. But, I'm a fan of Ross the Boss. I'm a fan of Manowar. But I just found it was more. Iron Maiden would never do that. Iron Maiden would play without any equipment if they could. I remember Blaze Bailey.
Four amps and a set of drums, they would do it.
That's right. I know. I remember Blaze Bailey. I can't remember what show it was. It was years back. Something happened. The show got canceled. He went in the parking lot and he sang a cappella to the fans just to make it up.
Because he's a man. He's a true man. I mean, he's a true performer. Yeah. But say what you want about him. I mean, he felt that it was his responsibility to do that. Just like I feel it's my responsibility to be there at the end, to shake hands, to be with every last one, and to sign everything that they have, and just to be there. It's my responsibility to do things like that. Never would I ever think of canceling anything.
Yeah.
Unless it's a catastrophe.
Exactly. I mean, there's things that happen in our lives, and it's understandable.
Yeah, people,
right?
Family members die, and things like horrible things like that. Earthquakes, blackout, shit like that. I mean, we have things that we have no control of. No, but I felt bad about it. I really do. I gained I gained nothing from that. I mean, I really didn't.
Yeah, I agree. So you're going to be going on tour in January, and I could quickly look at the dates. It probably starts January 21st, ripping through the U.S. and Canada, of course. And it goes to February, I believe. And you're going to be playing Hail to England, right? The whole album, right?
Well, supposedly, yeah, except Black Arrows.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going to do the whole thing and then fill in around it, because it's not a very long album.
Well, no, none of those early albums were, right? And
just back in the day, couldn't get it. You couldn't get all the music on vinyl.
That's right.
You couldn't get tons of music on vinyl back then.
Is it true that the album was recorded in 6 days?
Yes.
But you were rehearsed, right? You guys were rehearsed, ready to go.
We record. It's not only that. Not only that record, and most of Sign of the Hammer was recorded in 6 days.
And that was limited budget back then, right?
Well, of course.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Into Glory Ride was recorded. I think Into Glory Ride was recorded in 3 days.
Jeez,
or 4 days.
Crazy. But, I mean, the songs were down. I mean, that was the recording process. But the songwriting, a lot of people write in the studio. You guys didn't write the stuff in the studio, did you?
No. We had rehearsed the songs. We knew what we were going to do.
What do you remember from those days, like in the studio, like the pros and the cons? Okay, of course, the cons would have been you had 6 days to do it in, but what was the pros and cons?
Well, the thing about the Manowar records is that most of the time that we had in the studio was dedicated to Eric.
Okay.
So that he had the most time, because it was the hardest. He was doing something beyond belief, and I was saved for the last, because everyone knew that I could just go there. I play everything in 1 or 2 takes, and that's been my trademark all my life. So I could go every single record, 1 or 2 takes, 3 takes, put it together, So all the money was saved on the end. But we had, we set up, put mics on the amps, put mics on the drum, and there you go, old school.
Yeah, I mean, anyways, Eric does a great performance.
Just like by Bloodsworn was recorded. So,
2018, by Bloodsworn, a great album, probably one of my favorite albums of the year. I think it's a true testament to your songwriting skills and to your band. What's next in terms of albums? What are you looking at? Have you started writing? Have you started recording?
We've got a lot of songs. We've got about 12, 14. This record is going to be recorded a little different, because of the budget, because of the fact the time thing if we want a March release.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be fantastic. I guarantee you. It's it's going to be something else. I guarantee it.
You got a March 2020 release. That's your due date. Is that what you're aiming for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you started recording anything yet?
Nope.
You have the songs. I guess you're writing the songs. Is that it? You're at the writing stage.
Yeah.
What's the musical direction going to?
Musical direction is going to be badass heavy metal.
A continuation of last album, I guess, right?
Yes, it's going to be.
I don't know. Maybe you want to go new wave. I don't know.
We're not going to put out a stinker. Believe me.
All right. What else? What about any live album to capture, like Mike LaPond, you, Mark Lopes, the badass band that you have? Any?
Well, the thing is, I don't want to be recording Manowar songs. So
okay.
we got to get to the point that we're doing mostly our material, and then we do a live record.
Okay.
But I mean, if we were recorded last week at Bang Your Head Festival, if we would have recorded that set, I mean, that was unbelievable. It was like, I don't know, we were like the Who at Isle of Wight. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing. I'm telling you.
Cool.
People did. Well, they saved us for the last band on the last day, and I said, either they hate me, or they freaking respect us, and they're giving us the honor of closing the Bang Your Head Festival. Did you see the pictures from that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was insane. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was totally packed. Totally every single. I didn't see us. It was packed to the rafters. People were just flipping the fuck right out, and very passionate reaction to the old school band playing new. I mean, the old school in a new way.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
No bullshit. No tapes. No bombs. No fucking none of that shit. It was just purely playing live rock and roll, and it was just great. That's what we are. I mean, there's no effects, no nothing, no intro tape, no nothing. We have nothing. We just come out and play.
All right, man. You got anything else? Anything else you want to tell everyone?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to tell you, everybody, thanks for the support. I mean, I'm sure you'll hear the fireworks from Bloodstock. Everybody will be there to cover it. We're working on a new record. Everything's going, seemingly nice at the moment, and
All right, man.
Be kind to everybody. Be kind to each other.
Looking forward to Bloodstock, looking forward to the new record, and looking forward to see you on tour. Thank you very much for being on the show, Ross.
Okay, Jimmy. Take care.